Comment, I hereby declare this to be my final will and testament, and revoke all past written wills. The time has come. Prepare yourselves to be laden down with sacks of my mass-produced plastic belongings. But before we can get around to doling out the stamp collection, I must impress upon all you gathered here today for the reading of the will just how expensive it has been to die. Beloved Nana, who has been finding her way into a lot of these columns recently, is finally finding her way into the ground this weekend. Like some kind of direction-challenged mole, she has taken her sweet time. The family has been looking forward to this a great deal for some time now, and it has taken more than some gentle persuading and promises of eternal cups of tea and a few ginger nuts to seal the deal. We've begged and pleaded with her, fought and argued, just hurry up and get in the bloody ground. I even picked her up and shook her once. Now, it ought to be explained that Nana has already been dead for some years now. Since then she has spent her time lounging like a lizard on the top of the mantelpiece in her new mortal form, a cardboard box. And like an obedient husband, Granddad has also molded himself into her honor and stayed by her side. To say marriage is about changing yourself for another person. After 40 years of it, he's turned into a cardboard box as well. Unlike how I remember them, they're both green now, not an extraterrestrial green, but a soon-to-be subterrestrial green. A sort of forestry evergreen, said to represent their eternal futures as crocodile-colored cuboids full of sandpit. Unperturbed by their lack of existence, the gracious guests they are, they have provided entertainment in bucket loads. They have sat at family dinners on the table, apparently robbed of decent manners by death. They have been placed on laps of family members sitting on the couch like an affectionate cat, less Persian and more person. Yes, they have even been shaken beside our ears, like a child shaking a Kinder Surprise, vigor increasing in proportion with curiosity about what's inside. This has been going on for years now. Procrastination extends to reach even the burial of ashes, it would seem. But now, their time as the freeloaders of the family has come to an end. Off go, bon voyage, hope the worms don't bite. Unfortunately, doing so comes with a bill that you would not reasonably believe unless you'd had the misfortune of paying one yourself. Picture a hole in the ground, big enough for a shoebox or two. The sort of thing you could whip up with a shovel, mediocre fitness, in 15 minutes. Now, picture yourself handing over 5 figures for it. Can you see it? Neither can I, but I still believe it, and as I find myself on the right side of the bill, my only job is to shake my head in disbelief and plan what I would do with the money instead, were it my own funeral. Now don't be alarmed. Plotting your own funeral is completely healthy, normal behavior, according to what I tell myself as I lay awake at night planning my funeral. It doesn't mean I plan on having it anytime soon. Instead, it means I have an unhealthy obsession with planning. Which brings me back to my final wishes and will. Find a local elderly man selling his broken-down old Honda Civic from at least 10 years prior to my birth. Pay him a stiff sum above the asking price. Then strap my stiff corpse into the back seat, tie a brick to the pedal, and fire me off the end of the new Brighton Pier using whatever momentum the old rust box can gather from within. Use the remainder of my estate to remedy whatever situation may arise with Environment Canterbury, and then head to the pub. Because good God, that would be a significantly more productive use of the funds than hiring an overpriced room to sit around and weep in while some old guy I've never met says nice things he doesn't mean about me, then burning me in a box you only just bought and which cost more than the Honda Civic would, then scattering my ashes over the unsuspecting surfers below the pier in a "get the bloody hell off me" moment to rival that drink-thriving advert. Oh, and a more economical use of funds, according to my head maths. Do not, I repeat, do not waste your time and money on my funeral, because I will not be there, and nor would I want to be. The savories will be lukewarm. The tea will be as well. Both will be outrageously overpriced, positioned at the ample opportunity to take advantage of grief-stricken families with other things to worry about than how they'll afford it all. If you're going to pay that much money for a party, then there ought to be French champagne, strobe lights, and a live DJ, in which case I will be attending. Or send me down the traditional route if you wish. It's your funeral.